This week's coffee is going to be Bolivia, Finca, David Vilca. Hello everybody and welcome to In My Mug, episode 169! I'm your host, Stephen Layton, and as I said a few moments ago, this week's coffee is going to be all about Finca David Vilca, which is a brand new coffee from Bolivia, which I am very excited to be sharing with you. So let's get straight into it. This is one of our direct trade coffees from Bolivia, one that arrived on the container last week, so it's all very exciting and all very new. People who've been looking at the site will see all of these amazing coffees suddenly being. By the way, I'm very cold today. I was cold last week, I'm even colder this week. Unusually the farm is called David Vilca because that's the name of the guy who owns it and it's named after him. Pretty unusual but pretty cool. David is originally from La Paz, and left La Paz around about 15 years ago, to go to an area called Belinda, which you may remember from last year. And he's been working in coffee for the past 10 years, which is pretty cool. He bought a farm in 2001 called, which is this farm, which is 7 hectares, and only 1 hectare of it was coffee. But after a couple of years, he decided that he wanted to cultivate more coffee. He thought it was a very good way for his family to have protection, and with the help of that family, he has 5 acres now, so it's his main cash crop from the farm. I'm going to show you a photo on the screen now, and when I saw a photo of this guy, he has a face that I want to buy coffee from. I can imagine sitting down with him and him telling you many merry stories. His face, for me, has many a tale hidden in it. It really jumped out at me. But it jumped out at me much more on the cupping table, which we're going to find in a moment. So a new feature that I've been wanting to introduce for a little while, and I'm going to this week. As I was telling you over the past few, I've kind of got a bit obsessed with maps. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to kind of have a go at it anyway. So bring it up on the screen, and you can see here that we're looking at the very top of the roastery. So we're going to leave the roastery and we're going to go on a very, very long haul and painful flight all the way to Bolivia. I know it's long haul and painful as I've done it a few times now, and it's the hardest place to get to. So but Bolivia is it's worth the effort, it's worth the journey. They have some of the most amazing coffees. So Bolivia is located in the western area of South America, covers an area of 1,098,000 square kilometres, which is roughly about 4 times the size of the UK. It has 2 ranges of the Andes that stretch across western Bolivia and shape the country's 3 major geographic regions. So you've got Altiplano, which is the west. You have the youngest, which is where this coffee's from, the eastern mountain slopes. And then you've got the tropical lowlands, which span across the northern and eastern regions known as the Orient. So as I said, this coffee is from North Youngest region. And if you think of Machacamarca down here in the south, this is South Youngest, and up here in the north we've got Peru, Cusco, and this one sits smack bang in the middle. So that's our little mountain tour done. I hope you liked it. That's something that I kind of want to do more, and I've got a Google Earth kind of database together, which I'm going to find a way that I can share with you guys at some point in the future, so you can kind of find out much more about them. Some of the geolocations we've had to guess, some we've we got exact. So this one we got the exact. Same with Machacamarca. With some of the others like Yirgachev, it's a bit harder, but yeah. So this farm was found, let's do some numbers and kind of do those things. Then this farm is owned by David Vilca, and he's called Finca David Vilca. It's from Caranavi in the North Youngus region that we've just gone through. An altitude of 1,570 metres to 1,600 metres above sea level. It's a total of 7 hectares of land, of which 5 hectares is coffee, and 20,000 coffee plants are in those 5 hectares. Varietals on the farm are Caturra, Corolla and Typica. It is organic certified, and we have this on our organic certification, so we can sell it as an organic coffee. Not that that really matters so much. Actually, that's something I've noticed a little bit in Bolivia, that there's been seems to have been a push for people to be organic certified. Like, they've been organic anyway, because they haven't used chemicals and things, but they've actually gone and got the certification, which I guess if you're doing it, you may as well. And the coffee's good, you know. The coffee has to still taste amazing. So, as I said, it's one of our direct trade coffees. This was a coffee that we cupped 4 or 5 months ago and approved, so it's taken a very long time to get here. But we buy every single bean from the farm as well, which is very exciting. So, I'm going to whap you on pause. I'm going to go and make tasty and delicious drinks. And hopefully I can warm up, because it is absolutely bitter. And I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to dive straight into the espresso. Now, on the aroma, you get this really sweet chocolate that you get with every single Bolivian. Like, it is a very, very typical Bolivian thing. On the taste, I start off with this massive acidity. So think, the descriptor I've come up with for it has been pear and juniper berry. Now, it sounds ridiculous, yeah? But trust me, it's there. And then, but all of a sudden, you get the sweetness kick through, you get the chocolate, you get the walnut. It's just an amazing, amazing coffee. It is super complex at the front, but super simple to drink. So if you like something that's a little bit more, it will give you that. And if you'd like... Excuse me just a moment. So, yeah, if you want something a little bit more... Oh, that looks very light. Maybe it's the lights. But, why am I letting that keep going? Stop. So yeah, you get much more. But then, if you just want an easy, simple drink to enjoy, then you can. So, completely badly put together. Let's bring out the wheel of death. Oh look, it's the clever dripper, and I just happen to have done a clever dripper. Sorry, it's a really bad link in, and I forgot to do it. But I wanted to do the clever dripper this week because when I did it last time, I told you I was going to be bringing them in, and they're on the site. So we finally got them in, which is amazing. What I've done with this one, 4-minute brew, the super coarse grind, as coarse as my grinder would go, and I've left it in there for the 4 minutes. It's nearly all through now, so I'm gonna take it off. There's a tiny bit left in there, but it's very slow coming out there. So yeah, about 35 grams for 500 ml of water, and yeah, it's kind of been, that's how I've been brewing, but I need to play some more with it too. So the mug I'm using today is my Gwillem Fat Steve. I don't know if you remember Fat Steve. He used to do in my mug before I did. John Gordon and Colin Harmon. And this is when Colin won the Irish Barista Championships in 2010. And I'm using it this week because Colin won again this week using Finca Machacamarca in the Irish Barista Championship. So he will be going to Vienna in June. So congratulations, Colin. Huge well done, mate. Super proud of you. You were amazing. And well done to all the other competitors. We had 4 competitors in the top 6 using Has Been coffee, which was very, very pleasing. So yeah, no, it was really, really cool. And I went across on Wednesday to see him do. So that's why I'm using this mug this week. So well done, Col. Anyway, coffee. In the brood, the acidity is much, much more. You really get that pear. Like, I've never seen so much pear in a coffee. It's beautiful at the front. It's lovely and sweet and juicy. But then it does go into that beautiful sweetness. And I love Bolivia. Like, Bolivia for me has given us so many amazing coffees. If we look back at last year at Loaiza, which is back, and he's going to be in my mug in the next few weeks. But Loaiza, Belinda, Machacamarca, and then this, and the other great ones that we're going to be introducing over the next few weeks. Bolivia has so much potential, but so few people do business there. It's a really tough place to get coffee out of because it's landlocked. Everything for the port goes to Chile, and then goes from Chile to Panama, and then from Panama it went to Antwerp, or was it Amsterdam? It went to Holland, then from there it went to Tilbury, which is the ports in London. Then from there it had to get up to here. It's been on a mammoth journey. It's a lot of hassle, a lot of headache. We had x-rays on it this time. It was unloaded and checked, and so many issues, but it's worth it when you get a coffee like this. So let's try it in milk. My milk is awful again. Now, I think in milk, it's so sweet, and the milk is so sweet that I'm not overly keen as a kappa. I love it as an espresso, and I love it as brewed. I'm not overly keen as a kappa. But then I've been drinking way too many cappuccinos with barista competition practice, so maybe that's it too. So anyway, this is called Finca David Vilca. It is from the North Yungas region of Bolivia. It is an altitude of 1,570 metres to 1,600 metres. 7 hectares of land, of which 5 hectares is planted with coffee. Which is an interesting stat. I was told that's 20,000 coffee plants, but I don't know how. I don't think anybody's counted them. The varietals are Caturra, Kirola and Typica. It is an organic certified coffee, and it is damn delicious and tasty. So, I think I can wrap up and go home. I'm going to go home and I'm going to defrost, because look at my hands, they're red. I have to keep them there just to keep them warm. But a pleasure as always, and life is too short for bad coffee.